We are joined by Chief John Sinclair, who is moving up to first Vice President. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Last year, of course, you were second Vice President. What issues would you like to continue to improve upon as you continue your term this year?
Well, part of the job of the first Vice President is to certainly support the President and to make sure that all of the initiatives that have been worked on continue to be carried forward. Certainly, every chief that is out there is interested in firefighter safety, and that's paramount in every chief's mind. The International Association of Fire Chiefs is a membership organization, and one of our big issues is advocacy. Advocacy at the federal level, and making sure that we work with the electeds as well as the policymakers in Washington, D.C. And that's one of the areas that I've been working on for a good long time.
And that really does lead into the next question. I
Sure.
know that you really played a major role on Capitol Hill Day. So tell us what you talked to lawmakers about in terms of major importance to the IAFC.
Well, certainly because I'm from one of the western states. As we see right now, the western United States is on fire. So a lot of what we talked about had to do with issues surrounding wildland fire. Obviously, we wanted to make sure that we supported the U.S. Fire Administration. We want to make sure that the grant programs continue to be funded. And specifically, I'm tasked with, because of my background relative to EMS, is to make sure that EMS issues, when they are legislative issues, are brought to the fore. Things like we're in the process of substantially changing our healthcare system in this country. It's a transition that we're underway right now. So what is the role of the federal government as it relates to being a payer in all of that? And how do we make sure that the electeds and the policymakers understand that we're working on a system that's nearly 50 years old and needs significant change?
Now, you talked about being a Western fire chief and some of the challenges that you all face. Now, how can the IAFC help these chiefs meet those specific challenges?
Certainly, the IAFC is not a response agency, but we're a policy agency. And so where we can help is making sure that there's funding, making sure that we advocate to have the proper tools for those fire chiefs out there that are on the front lines, making sure that the federal programs are funded, and making sure that those federal programs interface with the local fire chief.
Now, next year, you're going to be sworn in as president. Have you thought about what issues you're really going to bring to the forefront during your term?
I have, and certainly because of my background with being a chief in a combination department and spending 30 years of my career working very closely with EMS issues, those will be there. But mostly what the job is of the president is to carry on the mission of the IFC. And with that, all of the things that we're doing now will be part of my focus. Making sure that we continually improve firefighter safety, making sure that we're there in Washington, D.C. and advocating, and making sure that we create tools that chief officers and company officers are able to use on a day-to-day basis. That's the big issue, is making sure that we're working for the member.
And final question, what are you really looking forward to this week?
What I always look forward to is collaborating with my colleagues, and it's a way to sort of recharge the battery as you talk to friends and colleagues from all over the country, because there are no new problems, there's just unique ways to solve problems. So you come here, you talk to folks, you realize that everybody else is having the same issues that you are, and you don't feel so alone when you go back home.
All right, Chief John Sinclair, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.